my brother, George Smith, went missing on July 5th from the Royal Caribbean Brilliance of the Seas. We believe he was murdered on his honeymoon with a lifetime of happiness and a promising future ahead of him. George is very missed by his family as well as his many friends. The slow pace of the FBI investigation is the direct result of Royal Caribbean not locking down the ship in Turkey and pushing the Turkish investigators off the boat so that the Royal Caribbean Brilliance of the Seas could sail on to its next port on schedule.
That's right. Remember how many nights we tried to figure out the mysteries surrounding 26-year-old George Smith? Tonight, his family is with us. At a time that should have been the happiest of his life, he and his beautiful young bride go on their honeymoon. He disappears mysteriously off a cruise ship, a gorgeous cruise ship, is never seen again. The family left with nothing. No closure, no answers, no son, no brother. Tonight with me here in the studio, it's George's family. Welcome to all of you. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
It's amazing to me that you have the strength to keep a brave front. All of you wearing George's picture on your lapels. How do you do that? How do you continue on with no answers?
We're doing it for justice for George. We have to do it for him. We don't want his life to go in vain, and we want some justice for him and some laws passed that this doesn't happen to another family the way it's happened to us.
Do you remember that when you learned, the moment that you learned that George had gone missing, what happened?
We just went with disbelief. We just thought it can't happen. We just thought he's somewhere else on the ship. We just thought, you know, maybe he's in a deck chair somewhere. Disbelief. It was just disbelief, and you know, it doesn't happen to you.
So basically, your mind looking for any other answer.
It wasn't going to happen to us.
It couldn't happen to George.
No. You're on a cruise ship.
Yes, and you know, even when we heard that the boat had been searched, you know, we said, well, make sure that the waters are being searched. And I pushed and pushed and pushed for the extension of the search, you know, by the Turkish and the Greek Coast Guard, and they did do that for us. I tried to get the U.S. Navy in, but unfortunately they couldn't enter foreign waters. We did everything we could because George was so strong and so muscular. We thought that he could swim if, you know, he was okay when he went in the water, but unfortunately, I don't think he was okay when he went on the overhang.
I've got a couple of questions, and I don't even know if you have the answer yet. Was there a video camera showing he was going in and out of his statement?
We're actually not sure about whether there are video cameras in the hallways.
How can that be? How can they still not have told you that? And I'm talking about Royal Caribbean Cruise Line.
Right. Royal Caribbean has told us absolutely nothing. We actually provided a long list of questions, and it was given to the Risk Management Department, which is basically the department in charge of handling lawsuits, and we have not been provided any answers from Royal Caribbean. And
I noticed that while we were railing every night on the air about, is there video? Who was with them last? Have they sampled the blood? Have they gotten a DNA comparison? What do we know? What are they? Nothing. And I noticed that I believe it was a current affair. Some reporters were apparently giving the FBI the witnesses before the FBI would find them.
That's what we heard on the media. I can't confirm it because the FBI doesn't tell us about their investigation. Right. But I know they're 100% committed, and we are confident they will have arrests.
They are. Yes. Royal Caribbean has given a statement, and they say members of the family remain in shock and pain. Their recollection of events may not reflect what actually happened. At no time was Jennifer left without resources or contact information. We continue to cooperate closely with the FBI, observe the limitations they've asked us to respect. Is that true? Did they cooperate with Jennifer? Because that is not what my sources tell me.
Well, you know, all I know is what Jennifer put in her statement, and so you probably need to ask her yourself. I know that she's, you know, she's in the media now, and she's probably willing to answer that question. But what I do know is what Royal Caribbean failed to do with us, and that's to provide us with any information. When we had the initial call from Royal Caribbean, they did not tell us that there were suspicious circumstances. They did not tell us that there were Turkish authorities on the boat investigating my brother's murder, they said no news, no news. And that's all they ever told us.
I can't imagine the feeling of helplessness you hear in the U.S. with him missing somewhere in the Mediterranean.
You have no idea what's going on. You know, you're sitting there with no answers, no one that wants to give you the answers, and you're just praying, and you're not getting any answers. It's sad.
But you have taken your fight to Congress. What do you want from them?
We want changes in security, the way passengers are treated on a boat, that there'll be security on the outside of the boat during the evenings and stuff like that. We need changes in employment, the way they hire instead of off the docks. You know, paying people $3 an hour that when they're watching people gambling $100 at the.
Right.
That's weeks and weeks pay for them. It's it's very easy for them to go out and say, oh, I can make a lot of money very quickly.
We are looking for answers tonight in the disappearance of this man. Very quickly, to tonight's All Points Bulletin. Law enforcement across the country on the lookout for Christopher Allen Dean, wanted in connection with the 2002 Michigan murder of 24-year-old Moises Santiago. Dean, 25, 6'5", 200 pounds, black hair, brown eyes. If you have info, call the FBI, 313-965-2323. Local news next for some of you, but we'll all be right back. And remember, a look at this year's most compelling cases from Jackson to Peterson to Blake, 3 to 5 Eastern, Court TV. Please stay with us as we remember tonight Sergeant Brian C. Kareem, just 22. He should have been in college. An American hero.
If you want all the nutrition of a bowl of instant oatmeal to go, you want Quaker oatmeal to go.
Were you in a major accident?
Are you a lemon? You smell like a lemon.
Don't buy a used car without a Carfax history report. Now with the buyback guarantee. For details, ask your dealer or go to Carfax.com.
Whenever I want a gift, I always go to Steinmart. I have something for everyone. Wonderful clothes, accessories, purses, men's clothes, candles, picture frames, beautiful ceramics. They're amazing. You walk into Steinmart and it gives you an idea for a gift.
A Panache gift card.
Wonderful, last minute, perfect gift idea.
Put any amount on it, they can buy whatever they want.
Buy a lot of gifts at Steinmart.
I can go to one place, go through my whole list, and get everything that everybody needs.
Steinmart. Once you go, you get it.
You cannot beat Steinmart's prices. You've got to shop there. You've got to go.
If you have a cold and high blood pressure, you should know that decongestants in these medicines can raise your blood pressure. So why take them? Take decongestant-free Coricidin HBP, powerful relief that won't raise your blood pressure.
With so much more to see, shouldn't you be watching it on the Aquas Liquid Crystal Television? From Sharp. Closed captioning provided by Bruce's Yams, the sweetheart of the yam.
Is it 'cause they're so sweet or because they're quick and neat? What's your secret, Bruce's Yams? Everybody loves your sweetheart. Bruce's Yams.
26-year-old George Smith went missing off a dream honeymoon cruise. His parents and family still looking for answers. Royal Caribbean says they've done all they can. Well, maybe Congress will think otherwise. Very quickly to the Smith family attorney, Brett Rivkind. Do you believe they are cooperating, Royal Caribbean?
I think at this point in time, they have no choice, Nancy, but the question is, at the beginning of this investigation, they've made the FBI handicapped and disabled in their investigation. I think at this point, with Congress looking at them, with the public looking at them, they have no choice but to cooperate.